The disaster began to come into focus a day after Ian made landfall as one of the strongest hurricanes ever to hit the US. After receiving a briefing on Tropical Storm Ian, US President Joe Biden urged those affected by Ian to seriously take the warnings from officials, to stay safe and remain indoors.
I've also spoken with mayors across the state, both Republican and Democrat, and I've told them the same thing. We are here. Whether you need, and whatever you need, I indicated to call me directly at the White House. They know how to do that. I want to say again to everyone in Ian's path, the danger is real, to state the obvious. Please obey all warnings and directions from emergency officials. And while the water is receding, don't go outside unless you absolutely have to.
The storm destroyed the historic waterfront pier and inundated homes on the state's two coasts. It also cut off the only road access to a barrier island. Governor Ron DeSantis called the situation as indescribable.
I just got back from surveying the damage in Charlotte and Lee counties, and some of the damage was almost indescribable.
After meeting with his Philippines counterpart, Jose Faustino in Hawaii, U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin claimed that his department is working to provide urgent aid. Also, the Australian Prime Minister mentioned that his nation is ready to provide support to those affected in Florida.
The department is working closely to support FEMA, the National Guard, and Northcom to provide urgently needed support for the communities in the path of the destruction. I lived in Florida for many years myself, and we stand together with everyone there.
I've indicated to our friends in the United States that Australia remains, as always, prepared to provide any assistance and support that we can at this difficult time. So we stand with the United States, as always.
Thousands of Floridians were trapped after Hurricane Ian destroyed homes and businesses and left millions in the dark. Before heading to Florida, Ian crossed western Cuba. It initially knocked out power to a few provinces, but problems compounded and soon the power grid collapsed nationwide, affecting 11 million people.